welcome to Stellar Style. I'm your host, Lydianne. Today I have the fantastic Donna Martini.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing, Donna?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here and I'm excited about the topic.
It's a wonderful topic. Today we are going to be talking about designing after divorce, with divorce being so prevalent nowadays. Donna and myself being divorced. We're going to be talking about Feng Shui and how to get a great, good energy into your living space and some designing tips after divorce. So Donna Martini, I had come into contact with at a networking function, and I had instantaneous affection for Donna. She's just wonderful, great energy about you.
Well, same to you.
Yeah, thank you.
There was a synergy there.
Yeah, a total synergy. I gravitate towards people with emotionality and expressiveness, and Donna, not only is she a wonderful entrepreneur, but she is a great human being also with a great energy who does a lot of beautiful things. Would you like to tell the audience a little about you?
Well, sure. I'm a wellness coach and activist, first and foremost, a child's rights activist. But I am also an author and a writer.
Yes.
And I wrote the book called The 10 Commandments of Divorce. It's basically about love and forgiveness and about how to take responsibility for our own lives so that we can take the onus off of the ex-spouse. But basically we want to stay loving and keep the marital vows to love and honor for the sake of our children through the divorce process.
Which is so important, especially since there's, a huge rise in divorce rates today.
There is, but what's even worse is that over 60% of our households with children are single parent.
It is. It's an unconventional family nowadays.
Yes.
You see fragmented families, and you have to kind of regroup and reformulate like what your typical family looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we have multiple households, and how does that get expressed energetically? As I write about Feng Shui in the book, it's one of the chapters, and to understand that whatever energy we're sitting in our exterior world is going to either help us or hurt us emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and physically.
Now, in your own divorce, Donna, how did you transition? Did you leave your marital home?
I left the marital home.
Okay.
I left a marital home that I designed and built.
Okay.
So it was really hard, but I'll tell you what I did.
All right, yeah, I want to know.
Okay, so when I sold it, and I knew I had to sell it for monetary reasons, I also knew that it was best for everyone to not have, I didn't want my children to see their dad in a tiny apartment while we had the really nice house.
Yeah.
I thought that disparity would hurt them.
Well, I think it's nice that you were cognizant of that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and I wanted to be more equality, because kids are affected by all of that. So what I did was I sold the home, and that day after the movers left, and it was completely empty, I kept a bar of soap and a towel. And I actually, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but I took off all my clothes and I ran around the house in every room naked.
No way!
And then I took a final jacuzzi.
No way, okay.
Yes, I did,
jacuzzi,
because I wanted, you see how you laughed?
Yeah.
I wanted a hysterical last moment in that home, so whenever I thought about it, it wasn't about what I lost, it was about the ridiculous thing I did,
All right.
Before I left.
Well, you have to put humor into a tough, difficult situation like that.
Yes.
But I agree, I think relinquishing the house and the bad memories is a healthy thing with moving forward. Now, Donna does a lot of holistic healing, right?
Yes.
You have certifications in holistic healing and
I
Feng
actually
Shui.
don't have certifications. I work with practitioners. I'm a
Okay.
guide and a coach. And with that is basically just like a guide dog
All right.
who would lead a blind person. I don't go faster than the person needs to go. I only go where they want to go. But I literally help them not to get into trouble on their way. So, and most people who need a coach are usually stuck. I have this very precursive energy, that's kind of a pushing energy. So people who don't want to move or don't want to go anywhere don't really like being around
They
me.
shouldn't call her up. Don't call her up.
No.
If you want progression
Yes,
and
yes.
to
It's about
invite
willingness,
beautiful
yes.
things into your life, like Donna is
Yes.
definitely the person that you want to see.
Right, but I'm a pro bono coach, so I don't go out there soliciting the work. It's
All
very
right.
serendipitous how people come
Okay.
to me, and I work with families, and it's a pay-it-forward sort of process where if I work with you, most of the time it's going to be because you're going to be helping a lot more people going forward. So when I help you, I'm actually helping thousands of people if
Yeah.
you're the kind of person who's going to be philanthropically, giving after the fact.
I love that. I mean, it's wonderful. Divorce, it's such a labyrinth path that we go on trying to find ourselves.
All the more reason why we need to feng shui.
Feng Shui, exactly.
You need, and feng shui really means, what is it, wind and water. It's
Yes.
Chinese for wind and water. So when you think about that, what is both wind and water? It's energy.
All right. So tell me a little bit about Feng Shui and how you would implement that into a new space. And I'll give some of my expertise on designing and tips that, or revisions that I would do when you move. And everyone has a different situation too.
Right.
Some people stay in the marital home.
Some people stay and
yeah.
choose to because they believe it's better for the children, and sometimes financially there's a potential there.
Yeah.
But other times we're struggling. Other times one person is completely broke because the other one is maintaining the home. And that's a disparity that I said before, I don't want children to have to be in. It's better to be more equal. And the children don't go to bed at night feeling sorry for the parent that's stuck in a tiny apartment.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
it's really damaging to them psychologically. Unless the dad or the mom wants it that way because
Yeah.
they're desperate to
They're
have their
adamant
children
on
stay,
it about
that's
it, yeah.
fine, and that'll come out as an energy.
Yeah.
So I'm all about potentially selling the home or moving on if you have to, and if not, when you stay in it, how is that relating to the children? I'm gonna tell you a story that recently,
Yeah.
I was coaching a man whose wife died at the age of 47. She had
Okay.
2 young children though, and he was done. He wanted to be rid of everything that he had in the house with her. And it disrupted the children so badly because he literally took out every single aspect of their mother. Because he
there's
couldn't
no
deal with it.
memorabilia.
So there was
Yeah.
no memories for them, and her energy was ripped out of the house only weeks after she died.
I think that's a little damaging.
It was very damaging energetically. He didn't understand because for him the energy was more painful because he lost his spouse and he had taken care of her for 2 years through cancer. So he was ready to move on, but his children were not.
So he removed all the pictures.
He had some things left in their room, but for basically he moved furniture,
Everything.
he was throwing things out, and
Yeah.
it was very difficult for them. And then I had another situation where a gentleman sold the marital home after being in his own house with someone else's furniture for quite a few years. And when their joint home was sold, I helped him move the furniture from his marriage into his new home. And that energy threw him off so badly.
Really? So you don't recommend
So
salvaging any of the furniture from your previous home?
It's a good thing to salvage,
Yeah.
but I loaded him up so quickly.
Okay.
And he was so out of it that
Yeah.
like 2 weeks later, he met someone in Las Vegas and took her home and was living with her for a year. It was
Oh no.
It was crazy.
Don't do that.
He was totally thrown off, and I realized,
Okay.
wow, I did it. I completely, in trying to help him, I actually threw him off. So
Yeah.
it is a precarious state we're in.
It
We're
is.
shifting energy around. So my suggestion is don't do it really fast. You do
Slow.
it slowly.
I always did mine in stages. I think the first thing that I parted with was, photos, our marital photos. I got rid of that prior to the move. Everything was like in subtle stages. I did maintain family pictures, like of all of us with the kids, because I always want that unification between me and the
Well, the
kids.
children are still there, and
Yeah,
you're still a family.
And you're still a
This is
family,
very
even if
important.
you're apart.
I saved marital pictures, the marriage pictures for my kids. If they wanted to see what they were born in, this is the love.
And you're still a family.
Yes.
Just divorce doesn't mean
No.
you have to break up the family.
No, and we can't eliminate a marriage that was there.
Exactly.
So we want to try to glean the best of whatever we've got. So the first thing I always recommend to people is to get rid of what doesn't feel good. If it doesn't feel good, you're walking in the
eliminate
house
it.
every day and you're walking past something that was from the marriage that's actually bringing back a memory, get rid of it.
Relinquish it. That's what I say too. Get rid of the bad karma and the bad energy. But we're going to take a commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to talk more about Feng Shui with Donna Martini, and I'll give you some decorating design tips. See you soon.
Hello everyone, I'm Corinne Murphy-Caro, and I'm the founder of TheDailyBlue.com. The Daily Blue is all about spreading positive news about Long Islanders, and we want to hear from you. Tell us your stories. Our show hosts are waiting to hear from you. Sponsor an ad or advertise with us. Call us now, 631-761-9223.
Hi, welcome back to Stellar Style. I'm your host, Lydia Ann, and I have the wonderful Donna Martini here, Nassau County's lead ambassador of wellness. And she's an expert on Feng Shui, so we're going to give you some more insight onto Feng Shui and designing after a divorce. So one of the topics we're talking about is when you are in a marital situation and you have to relinquish your home and you're moving into a new space, what do you think are the key elements to getting rid of the negative energy and making the space inviting?
Well, like I said before the break, if it doesn't bring you a good feeling, then you need to second guess it. You need to say, okay, how important is this? I've noticed that when I've gone through breakups, I slowly get rid of everything, and then a year later, I'm holding on to maybe one thing.
Okay.
And I'm looking at that one thing, and then I'm saying, okay, do I still want it? Is this a part of the relationship that I want to keep, or is it something that I really want to let go of? Did I not let go of it because of an unhealthy aspect of myself?
Yes.
Did I grow? Did I learn? And that's what Feng Shui is all about. It's about bringing yourself power and energy. So anything that's not bringing that power and energy, you want to get rid of. Or you can change it.
Yes, absolutely. Change the marital bed, I say, right? I think everyone should get rid of the marital bed.
Or maybe,
I think that's one of the first steps.
Or maybe repurpose it. Maybe, I remember I had a desk, and I decided to make it into a coffee table. I cut the legs off.
Well, a desk is different,
so-
Donna, because a desk is like more functional. A bed you sleep in every day, feel like it has more intimacy involved. So I would recommend getting a new bed, a new mattress,
But
new
what if
fresh
you can't?
memories.
If you can't
Well, if you
afford
can,
to,
I
sure.
get it. From a
I mean,
monetary perspective,
I've gone
I
through
get
quite
that.
a few mattresses in my lifetime. I
One
have to
for
say,
each
it's
guy?
an expensive way to feng
Yeah.
shui. Perhaps a new bed pad, to put on that bed.
Or a new down
Flip the
comforter, or
mattress.
pillows.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways, but maybe the headboard, get rid of
Get
a
rid of
bed
the headboard.
post, or change it in some way, paint it, or make it ornate. I know for me, every time I'm out of a relationship that's long-term, where I shared space with this person,
Yeah.
I redecorate and repurpose, I really do. I mean, I go from drastic states too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I went from black and white, because I guess that was the state of mind I was in, and then after one guy left, I decorated
Then
with so
she
many
was
colors.
orange.
It looked like I threw up Crayola
Yeah.
crayons
Oh,
all over my
really?
house.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like, so this is my personality. So you can look back and see where your mind was at, where your emotions were based on your surroundings.
See, that's very interesting that you said that, because when I moved, I tried to maintain the aesthetic look of my marital home a little bit. Like, I infused the same kind of style, and I think it's very, I want to hear your critique on this with Feng Shui. I think when you are designing and you have children, it's so pivotal to have like a nice bedroom set up for them. Something that they're excited about, so
Yes.
they can transition nicely. So I had a friend that wanted her children's room, to mirror the last room to a T. So it wasn't a bad situation, because they came out of a volatile divorce, but also setting up a new room is also exciting too for children.
I think it's up to the child, how they
Yeah.
feel. If the transition to get to a new place is that difficult, then they
Yeah.
might want the familiar surroundings. If they're excited about a new
Okay.
move and a
Yeah.
better bedroom, make it better.
Exactly.
Ask them what would make it better.
I agree. I
And
always
make
think
them
it's
completely involved.
yes, they
the
should
process.
totally be. You should incorporate them, their style, like their design, what they want to do, so they have something to relish in and get excited about when moving into a new home. I think that sets like a nice energy to the
And
new
it doesn't
environment.
have to be furniture. I get kids
Yeah.
excited by painting on the wall or doing wallpaper windows that are
I
about
love
$70.
that. Okay.
So there's
Yeah.
very exciting ways, things that you can do with paint, and let them be involved in that process of design. It doesn't have to be about spending thousands of dollars to
Yeah.
revamp.
Of course, because most people can't afford to do that,
No.
especially with divorce. You're making concessions with financial concessions.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, because not everyone is in a lucrative place where they can just allocate all this money towards new furnishings and things
No.
like that.
But
So
perhaps even just painting is something that people usually can figure out how to do themselves. I've been
Yeah.
painting since I was 17 years old.
Mm.
For me, I can say that I find peace easily through yoga, meditation, things like that. I sometimes feel tired, so I want to feel energized. My house is
Okay.
very yellow and sunny.
oh,
and
nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're yellow and sunny.
I have some red
Right.
accents, and I'm trying to pick up on personality that I have when I'm in my best state and what I want to stay in.
Yeah, which is so nice too when you're designing after divorce, because really it's a reflection of you and your children. So I think
Yes.
that's so nice. And you
Yes.
can incorporate those colors in all your accents, your paintings.
There's also one thing too I see with people in transition. They think, well, this is only a temporary space, so they don't make it nice. They actually live with boxes all
That's
around.
awful, I agree.
Absolutely horrible. Even if you're somewhere for a week, that is where your home is.
Mm-hmm.
At minimum, make it so that it feels good to come home to.
Yeah, it's where you go for solitude, and if you don't like the place
Right.
that your surroundings, it's
But I
not
hear things
enjoyable
like,
to come home.
well, I'm only gonna be here for 4 years. 4 years
I mean, life's
can make or break
precarious.
you.
Don't even know.
It can make or break
Yeah.
you. You have to make that space your own.
You
And
do.
what does it take to paint? What, a couple of days? We're talking about a few hours?
No, I don't think it takes that long, and you could do it and watch your budget too. You don't have to allocate excessive amounts of money to revamp your place or make your new environment nice.
No.
Um,
Dye the curtains,
Even go to
rip off
Home Goods.
wallpaper.
Home Goods is like a wonderful place, and they have things that are relatively inexpensive where you
I
can
am the
make
spray
small-
paint queen.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I will buy
I have
anything
to
at a
call
garage
Donna if I
sale.
need spray painting.
I will buy anything at a garage sale.
Okay.
And I don't look at it as it is, because we can change it in any way we want with paint.
Yeah.
So I look at everything as just an object. If it's interesting to me, I'll take it home and I'll repurpose it or redo it. And it could cost $25 and end up looking like $1,000.
Yeah.
Just be creative and decide that you don't let money stop you. Just don't keep saying, I don't have money, I can't decorate. Oh no. Decide
can
you're
do it,
decorating, and
absolutely.
then you will come up with ways. You'll see ways.
Take what you have, make modifications, use your creativity, and create a nice inviting space with, that's permeating with good energy and where you can make new memories in your design. Well, thanks, Donna. It was a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, same
You
here.
have to get Donna Martini's book, The 10 Commandments of Divorce. I feel like it's a wonderful book, and a lot of people could relate to it since divorce is so prevalent today. And you can get your book anywhere on
Amazon, or you can walk into a Barnes & Noble and order it, or
I
you can
love
actually go to your library and ask them to
public
bring in a copy.
library. Okay,
Yes,
wonderful.
They will bring it in for you.
That's great. And she will be at the Naval Expo in Huntington, so definitely check her out this Sunday. What time are you speaking?
I'm speaking at 10 a.m.
Okay.
So the early birds.
I'm definitely gonna try to make it, Donna.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
That
it was a pleasure to
exciting.
have you here. So if
Thanks.
you need any design advice, you can contact me on my social media and Donna Martini as well.
Yes.
And we'll see you, Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on all of them. And we'll see you next time on Stellar Style. Take care.